course I had to come back for my camera. Welcome back to the Australia vlog. My brain right now feels like a little blob of useless mush. I have been traveling all day. I just got the plane from Airlie Beach, the $450 plane from Airlie Beach to Brisbane. So I'm in Brisbane now. I am just beside my hostel. I have not eaten food since having troubles forming logical thoughts. I'm going to a Mexican place for dinner. I don't even have any like really insightful thoughts right now. I just need food. Only thing I want to share that is a major update is that van life starts tomorrow. So I'm going to be renting a van and driving from Brisbane to Sydney, and it's all starting tomorrow. So tonight I have like a couple hours in Brisbane to grab whatever I can, whatever I need for the drive. Let's go shopping. Brisbane feels a lot like Toronto and Vancouver, so I am pretty glad I only booked like one day and night in the city. Don't get me wrong, I love a good city. It feels like I'm resetting, like I'm touching down at home, even though I'm very far from home still. Yeah, I'm gonna get my fill of city and then I'm gonna get out of here. I also just realized I should probably talk to someone who's done the van thing, who's driven like down the coast of Australia, to ask them like, what are some things that I need to buy before like renting a van? I'm gonna do that tonight and just like edit a bunch of content. Tomorrow morning, I have to pick up the van at 10 a.m. So I'm going to go shopping probably when things open at like 9, hopefully. I am so excited for these tacos, you guys. Like, you know when you're so hungry, you kind of stop like talking to people. Like I was so cold to like the people in my hostel, not intentionally. I was just like, guys, I cannot talk to you. I just need to like shower and go get food. I'm also getting a lot of looks from people as I'm vlogging. I think I'm in like financial district, so I can see how if someone were like vlogging at Earl's in Toronto after work, like, definitely stepping out of my comfort zone in a way that I never have before. Guys, a review of each of them. First up, we're gonna do crispy coconut fish. Flavor is absolutely there. I'm losing the fish a little bit. It's heavy on the pineapple, low on the fish. So good, you guys. I would highly recommend this place. Next up, we're gonna go in with the chicken. So good. The way they flavor the chicken is really nice. There's also a very large volume of food in this one, which I need right now, so. I may have cheated on the last one. I did take a bite already, but this is the pulled pork. It is absolutely my favorite. They've got like apples and pickled onions in here with the pork. Like, I didn't think it would go together, but it absolutely does. Sometimes I read ingredients in a taco and I'm like, there's no way. There's a way. I cannot stress to you guys enough how badly I needed that meal back there. 8-9 hours, just like no food, no water. I don't know what I was thinking. I just like blitzed through all the different stages in getting here from Airlie Beach. The transit from the Brisbane airport to here was like 2 hours long. It was 3 different buses. There was an issue today with like railway, whatever, they're doing like railway work. So it was a big journey to get here. I just needed a good meal. Comuna Cantina, I don't know, I'm butchering that, but anyway. So now I'm headed to what's called the Queen Street Mall. Apparently it's open 24 hours. We'll find out soon. Going to pick up everything I know I need for the trip. So things like a flashlight or like a raincoat, like things I know that I need that I don't have currently. Then I'm going to message someone. There's probably close to like 40 people in my DMs right now after a post that I made on Instagram about like feeling nervous about van life and traveling in a van. And they're like, oh my gosh, I did this. Like, let me know if you have any questions. And I think I'm actually gonna take them up on it to be like, what did you buy? Like, what was something you wish you had? Because this trip has been so expensive already. Like, I don't wanna have to buy a bunch of things. Anyway, I'm excited to check out this mall. It sounds like kind of an experience in and of itself. Yeah, that's pretty much it for Brisbane. amazing find. I got like all the toiletries I needed. Discount Chemist it's called if you're in Australia. Also, the more I'm exploring, the more I'm realizing this city is so much like Toronto and Vancouver. It's making me so happy. I feel like I've just transported home in like an hour. It is just the most refreshing feeling when I've been in Bali. And then in those like little beach towns up in Australia, still felt like I was like really backpacking it. This feels like I've just gone home. Like, look at this. Look at this. Got myself a little treat and a cappuccino. I am now gonna situate myself here for the next couple hours just to make sure everything is all set to go with the van. I am hitting a massive wall, but I need to do some work and edit some content and emails, so we're just gonna power through, and then I'm gonna go to bed early, wake up early, see as much as I can of Brisbane, get whatever I need for the van, and then we're gonna drive. I'll see you guys tomorrow.
These have like a little sort of gap in there.
Okay.
So you've got to line this gap, take the lid off of course, line it up with the little tab on top here.
Okay.
Lock it down. And just like that.
Oh, and then it's on.
Yep.
Okay, perfect. Okay, update. It's been about 3 hours since I got here. Turns out the van that I ordered is actually a manual car and I can't drive manual. So I have just spent the last 2 hours driving around trying to figure out how to drive manual, and the employees today actually did really well. I got on the highway, like it was a full thing. I was like trying to really step into like my inner manual driver, but not only is it trying to figure out how to drive the van, but it would be left side of the road and new streets, like new directions, new ways of driving. I ended up picking one of these station wagons that they had. It's just like a car, but it's gonna do the job. And I'm working with the same company in New Zealand, so we'll have the full van experience in New Zealand. But for now, I'm just gonna use this little car. It's super cute. Let me show you the inside. This is where I'm gonna sleep. I've got like all my stuff on top, but they've literally put out like a bed. I have a table underneath. It really does have everything that the camper has. You just don't have as much like space to move around. It's only 1 week of my life, but it'll be okay. It's not off to a good start. I was honked at like probably 5 or 6 times. It is very confusing knowing like which way to go, whether it's like a roundabout or a turn. That was a lot. Just stopping here at a little pizza place, and then we're gonna go stop in Noosa. It's about 2 hours north of Brisbane, so it's gonna be like the first stop. Lots to see, lots to do. I am once again crashing because I need to eat, so I'll update you guys once I'm done my food. This is a Nutella calzone, and I think it may have just taken the lead as the most delicious thing I have ever had in my life. Warm shell, Nutella inside. Must I say anything else? And look how big it is. I thought it was gonna be like a tiny little tidbit. Camera's about to die, but this is a mandatory update, okay? I've made it to the campsite with my little car. I have no idea what I'm doing. Everyone here has like these crazy camper setups, and I've got this like little station wagon. A disaster. Like my suitcase is on my bed. I don't even know where I'm gonna put it. Saw someone with the van that I was like going to use, and I'm just like, it would have been great if they had an automatic car. So anyway, I'm gonna show you guys the before and after of what I'm dealing with. I'm so tired, but I am committed to this vlog. I have completed the setup. I've got like all these little sheets around me for privacy. It's actually really cozy, but I make van life my identity? Absolutely not. Will I do it for a week to say I've done it and to share this experience with you guys? Absolutely. I have to leave this campsite tomorrow because I actually didn't get a spot here. I like pulled in, didn't see any signs or anything. I'm like, I guess I just like get a spot and then like pay afterwards. Like, I don't really know how this works. Then I pulled up to this like parking spot, and this guy's like, you actually can't be here, but it's fine, like I'll let you stay here for the night. I was like, thank you. I'm going to try to find a place near here to watch the sunrise. Apparently there's like kangaroos that jump in the water. What is my eyebrow? So I'm gonna go to bed and try to wake up to go see it because I have to get out of this guy's campsite. But also there's a ton of cool spots to see the sunrise. I'm literally on like the East Coast where it is just the best spot for sunrises. I'm gonna document everything I find with my favorite people on the planet, aka whoever's watching this. Good night. Good morning from Sunshine Beach at Noosa Heads. There's a little like kayak group over there. There's lots of people running and it's like 5:45. The sunrise is a little blocked today by the clouds, but Mother Nature, we love her, we forgive her. Update from my campsite. The man, I'm guessing he's like the husband, like, yeah, no problem, you can crash here like on our campsite. I was like, thank you so much. Like, I don't know where else I would sleep. And then the wife or the woman comes out today and she's like, here's 5 liters of drinkable water. And I was like, you guys, sweetest people. I absolutely love sunrises. I love waking up early, getting out before like the day starts, journaling, reading, just like doing these grounding activities in the morning. I posted a whole reel about that. Like, I have to journal or read in the morning in order to like start my day. If I don't, I feel like I didn't do something for myself that day before I like showed up for other people, and I don't know why that just feels like something I have to do. It's like, it grounds you, it starts your day. And so I've got my little journal and I got some new pens because moving around with a backpack, I just lose so many things. I'm gonna just chill here for a bit and just enjoy life. It is absolutely pouring right now. The rain has not stopped for like 3 hours and it's not supposed to all day. It is literally my only day in probably one of the most beautiful parts in Australia, and I only have like 24 hours here. I have tentatively decided to come back tomorrow and just do everything like super early in the morning, like see all the beaches, the hikes, everything. As you can hear and see, it's like super pouring. The phone is at like 10%. I don't really want to bring this camera out there. I think what I'm gonna do is just have a day, like have a phone free, just run around on beaches in the rain kind of day. Maybe I will bring my phone just so I like know where I am on the island, because I might extend this trip in Noosa and do tomorrow. I think like what I want to do is just experience this place as like a person and not a content creator. As if content creators just are some fantasy characters. Anyway, I don't know why this is so funny. I'm just like, of course. Of course. I did do some shopping though in Noosa, but I was looking for a romper to like throw on over my bikini today, but I'm like, you know what? It's not that kind of day. Instead, I got these little gray sweatpants. I'm so excited to put them on and to wear them while I'm like camping. I didn't have like a proper pair of like cozy sweats, so very, very excited about that. And I got this like also at Rip Curl, because I'm a surfer now. I got this little shirt. Super cute. It'll just like go over top of like a bikini kind of thing. It's literally people with their surfboards. Okay, so I'm not crazy. I don't even know what to bring. Like, do I bring a towel? Like, I think I'm just gonna walk around the island. And we'll go from there. For now, I'm gonna turn this camera off, leave it in the car, and just live my best life out there. Oh no, I completely forgot to vlog. This is what we're dealing with now. I just sat down in a cafe for like hours to journal, to drink some tea. You guys, that might just be one of the most epic, enriching, wholesome days in my 20s. Let me just walk past this very noisy sports bar and I'll catch you guys up in the car. Okay, that was way too hard to vlog and walk. Brain just glitched. Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys one more thing. I was like having a meltdown in Calgary, and I wasn't like feeling super aligned with like my job, where I was living, like my relationship. It was all just like kind of crumbling. You know those days, you know the day? And I wrote down a list. I wrote down, what are the best memories that I have in my life? Like, what are those memories that just stand out? I then went back and like, okay, now I'm gonna look for patterns. What are some commonalities between like the best moments of my life? Something that I found very interesting was a lot of them were moments where I wasn't using my phone, wasn't capturing something for social media. Today was one of those days. We can log that in the best memories list, like moments where you're actually present and you're not thinking about how am I gonna share this? Like, just have some moments where the only way you can share them is to talk about them, even if you want to. So anyway, I'm gonna go to the sunset and eat my little acai bowl. Talk to you guys soon. Hi. I just thought of something that I want to get off my chest. People will see content like this, they'll see travel content and think that not everybody gets to do this. Like, this is for people with money, this is for people with, I don't know, luck or like generational wealth. Like, it's not everybody can experience travel, they can like work for themselves. Like, it's just like, it's a rare thing. There was a period of time where I was struggling financially. Like, I was in a job that I hated, I was like paying rent in Toronto. I wanted this life, like I want that to be my life, but I don't know how. I just want to remind you that you can. Anybody gets to do this, okay? Anybody who has patience and grit and the determination to actually bring photos on the dream board, like you can bring them to life. They don't just have to be photos on a dream board. Like, this was once what I thought I'd be doing, and a couple years later I'm here and I feel very lucky, and imposter syndrome is like happening all the time, but you get to do this. Like, you get to do this too. Jeff Bezos started Amazon with $7 in his bank account. And I think that's a pretty cool fact to remember. Of course I had to come back for my camera. To be here, you guys. That might have been the best burger I've ever had at the Australia Zoo. Can't even describe to you what made it so good, but it was just, I would come back to the Australia Zoo and pay the admission just to have that burger. It's time for the croc show. I have no idea what they do at a croc show. I think they just like feed it lizards and stuff. So I'm gonna go get my seat and watch the show. Oh my gosh, you guys, I think this may have just taken the lead as the best day of this entire trip, like Bali and Australia. Well, Tridesno was really cool too. That was a phenomenal experience. See the Irwin family like feed a crocodile? Are you kidding me? I've got my little ice cream treat. I'm gonna go back to the car now and drive to Burleigh Heads. Here at the kiosk, apparently famous for coffee. Ooh, she looking tan today. Today we're going surfing! I've always wanted to try surfing. Every time I watch the surfers, I'm like, I feel like I could get behind that sport. I just had the most lovely time in Burleigh Heads with my mom's friends. So my mom like knows these this woman from back home. Her name's Jessica. She is the best. She's like, yeah, like just I moved to Australia, like come hang out at my house. And I literally got to sleep in like a bed and have like home cooked meals, and I didn't know how much I like needed that experience. I learned a lot about the Australia working holiday visa and like what it takes to get here, live in Australia full-time permanently as a non-resident. Oh my goodness, it sounds like a hassle. And I learned from Jessica, because she's been trying to get here for years. She was like, if you want to live in Australia, you want to like try it out, like you have to look into it and execute it before you're 30. Like as soon as you turn 30, it becomes a lot harder. So anyway, it was like on my mind, like the possibility of coming back to Australia and like maybe doing a year here. She's like, literally do it now. Like you are 26. Like, so I'm like, oh my gosh, like if I never met her, I probably wouldn't have like jumped on the opportunity to like come back here and really spend some time here, because that's all I've been thinking about. I haven't really mentioned it in the vlog, but I have like seriously loved this country. Like just people are so kind. Everyone is just happy and relaxed. You can literally do and be anything you want and people will support it. People want to help you. Like no one's out to get you and no one feels like anyone's out to get them. Like it is just the most peaceful and inspiring place. And I have seriously considered coming back for longer during this week. I'm like, I have to do more here. Like I want to come back and like experience and work here. And Jessica reminded me like now is the time. So that's all I needed to hear to start to look into that process of coming back to Australia, because it is a freaking cool place, you guys. I'm gonna get myself a little coffee and a little breakfast, and then we're gonna hit the road to Byron Bay.